What's going on, guys? What's up, everybody? I see everybody in here. I see you. Can I tell you this? I may not have ever been this excited for a Better with Paul than today. Can you see this? Can you see the redness in the eyes? Can you see the redness in the eyes? The reason why there's redness in the eyes, the reason why the eyes are really puffy today is not because it's 420 and I've been smoking. That's not the reason. Although I wouldn't mind if that's the reason, to be honest with you. The reason is because I have stayed up. I don't know how many, I'm curious, how many teachers do we have in the room? How many teachers? How many are teachers? Whether or not it's, children, adults, I'm curious how many teachers we have, because I used to teach. And when I, used to teach, I would normally prepare twice as much as the content I would have to deliver, right? So if I was in the classroom for an hour, I would normally prep 2 hours or more. For today's session, as normal, I normally run along a little bit by like 15, 30 minutes. But I will tell you this. So today's session is, say, an hour to an hour and a half max. I have been preparing for today's session for probably 8 hours. I think it's been 8 hours. That's how excited I am about today. That is as excited as pretty much as excited as I get about things. But let me go to my good friends right now. This is incredible. We have 1,000 people already live. This is incredible. Let me go to my good friends on LinkedIn, of course. My man Jabril is always in the house. He says, hello, world. Notice Jabril is not saying hello to the single ladies anymore. He's just saying hello, world. I think he's trying to give the men some respect here. I see my sis Louisa Patterson. I see my man Paul. That's what I'm talking about, Paul Andington. I see Angela. I see my sis Deb, 202 Deb. If you remember from Friday, 202 Deb is definitely holding it down. Let's see who is in. Uh-oh. My man Andrew Robbie. He likes this topic. My sis Anna Redding, always on Periscope. My man Kwame is in the building. I'm going to mention something about an idea that Kwame had a little bit later. So my man Kwame's in the building. I see Tanisha. I see Judah Jackson. I see Kim Crowder. I see Jamaica in the house. Jamaica, where you at? All right, so let me talk a little bit about what's going to happen. Today, I have a massive surprise for you. So you know that Better with Paul, it's every Monday and Friday. You guys show up right now. The audience keeps building, which is incredible. But it's every Monday and Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Now, we're getting better. As you can see, how do you like, we got the title now. We got a little Better with Paul hashtag right there. We got this thing. Wait, hold on. Right here. This is Better with Paul Live, right? We got the title right here. Yeah. How do you like these things? Let me know if you like this. Now, we've got something else for you here. So every Monday and Friday, we come to you. And I know that a lot of you, because I'm kind of big brother to a lot of you all, I want my opportunity. I love to bring on experts, but I want my opportunity to share with you. So here's what we're going to do. Let me know if this is all right, okay? On Fridays, we're going to call Fridays Guest Expert Fridays. And I promise you, we're always going to have incredible guests on Friday. And if you've been watching, you know every Friday we light it up. Last Friday on Passion, it was crazy, right? Fridays, Guest Expert Fridays. Then today on Mondays, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Mondays will now be called Mentor Mondays. Boom! Now, if you know me from back in the day, you know how special Mentor Monday was to me. It was because of Mentor Monday that I got my gig on Our World with Black Enterprise. But so Mondays is Mentor Monday, and Mondays is me coming to you to share with you lessons from an event or lessons from people, lessons that could all make us better. And today's topic is just that. Today's topic is going to be incredible. But let me just say one more thing before I get into today's topic. I'm offering up something that I've never done before, and I have no idea how it's going to work. So right now in the comments, if you want to join me live right now and be on air with me live right now, in the comments, enter yes. If you want to come on live right now, in the comments, enter yes. Now, this is hard because we now have over 1,000 people watching. It's going to be hard to choose if there's a lot of folks in here. Let me see LinkedIn. Uh-oh, LinkedIn wants in. All right, let's see. Okay, if you want to join me live right now, enter yes. My sis Emma's saying yes. I see a lot of yeses. Okay. Uh-oh. By the way, celebrity in the building. Real quick. Hold on. We got a celebrity in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Jill Van Austin Brunson, my wife, is in the building. She's never been in the building before. She's in the building. I see her in comments. She's probably making sure that I'm doing what I said I was going to be doing in the bedroom. But she's in the building. Everybody say what's up to Jill. She is in the building. Looks like she's on Facebook right now. So Jay is in the building. Jill Van Austin. Uh-oh, there she is. All right. So she's in the building. Now I can embarrass her and tell you about. No, I'm joking. All right. So the question becomes, do you want to join this session today? Now, if you remember, if you watched Arsenio Hall back in the day, if you're of that age, of that vintage, should I say, to know about Arsenio Hall, raise your hand if you remember the dog pound on Arsenio Hall, right? Arsenio Hall had this dog pound. It was this group that was on the side. It was a small group, maybe 10, 12 people on the side who he could go to every now and then. It was a little bit more special than the audience, right? They got a little bit of airplay, right? He was able to interact with them. If you remember that, let me know. There you go. I see some folks remembering that. My man Ricardo is like, yeah, I remember that. All right. My man Paul Williams says, uh-oh, Paul, the comments are moving so fast, Paul, I can't get you. Okay, here we go. Paul remembers it. All right, so I want to form the very first Better with Paul. We're not going to call it the dog pound. We're going to call it the Better with Paul tribe. Okay, Better with Paul tribe. So here's the thing. Every Monday, I'm going to have a tribe. Well, we'll see how this Monday goes. And here's how you could join. In just a moment, I'm going to not flash, but I'm a flash. I'm going to put up in the lower thirds, I'm going to put up a link, right? You can literally just take that link, enter it into your little browser, and you will instantly join my queue. Now, here's the thing. I use StreamYard. Okay, I use StreamYard for this. StreamYard only allows for 9 people to be in the queue. So this is going to be a first come, first serve basis, right? So you got to get ready. If you want to be a part of the official Better with Paul tribe today and come on live with me and be able to talk about this topic, right? You've got to get ready right now. Get ready, okay? Get ready. And I'm not saying get ready with the face and get ready with the background. You could do that a little bit later. But by the way, please, nobody come on and be naked. Nobody come on and be naked, right? We don't want that. We don't want any, I know Jill's watching right now. I don't mind a little flash, to see a little flash here and there, but I don't want you to flash anybody today, because what's going to happen is we'll get all booted off. So nobody come on trying to really, show yourself. I just want you to come on and, be able to just to talk a little bit. All right. So nobody do that. So here's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to show this. You come on. And then you'll be in the queue. And then I'll have 9 people in the queue. Okay, that's all. The first 9 people, you're in the queue. And then as I'm talking throughout today, then what I'll do is I'll go to you every now and then, right? And then I'll go to the whole group every now and then. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's get ready, okay? You guys get ready. LinkedIn, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, LinkedIn's ready. All right. Instagram. No, we're not on Instagram. What am I saying? Periscope, you ready? All right. YouTube, ready? All right, Facebook, ready? Okay, here we go. Here it comes. All right, here it comes, guys. First 9. Now, here's the thing. Also, remember, once you get in the queue, I can see you. So if I see you have no clothes on, if I see you acting kind of crazy, I'm not going to pull you on screen, okay? So get ready. Get ready. Here we go. To become Better with Paul tribe member, bam! There it is. Let's see how quick we get people to join. Let's see how quick we get people to join. Let's see who's the first in the queue. Let's see who's quick. My man Ron Foster on LinkedIn say he's ready. Louisa said he's ready. See my man Leonard from Kenya. Let's see who's the first to get in. Let's see who's the first. Let's see. Uh-oh. Everyone say they don't know. You got to jump on. For folks who are just joining, it might be too late. It might be too late. And it's like, you got to give us notice before we get our hair ready. All right, let's see who's the first to join. Okay, so now, I see people trying to come in. All right, so now that's the link to join. Now, while you are joining, while the tribe is joining right now, here we go. All right, while the tribe is joining, let me give you the quick overview about today. Okay, here's the quick overview about today. First off, I see people in. Can I go? Let me go to the first person. By the way, I see folks are joining right now. I'm going to go to the very first person who joined because I'm going to, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if the very first person saw the Teddy Riley Babyface moment, right? We got lots of people in the queue right now. But let me go to the first person to join. It's none other than my man.
What's up, Paul?
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
How are you?
Hey, you know what, Andrew? Can I say this? We already now have a full house, right? Who joined? You were officially in. You were the very first person to get it in. So here's the thing. First, everybody, you have to say your name clearly. Actually, let me take this off the screen because now we can't have any folks join us. I think we've got a full house. Bam, name is up there.
There we go.
I'm getting a notice right now in StreamYard saying your studio is full. Please ask someone to leave. Hold on. I keep getting these alerts. All right, please, no one else try to join us because now my thing is blowing up right now and I can't even see the screen. So nobody else try to join us. We're full. We got the full house. I'm going to go around and get everybody introduced in a second so we can see who's in the tribe. But real quick, my man Andrew, did you see the Teddy Riley Babyface situation?
I did, unfortunately.
All right, this is good. Okay, and now and also too, when I go around, everybody say where you are calling in from or where you're watching from. So Andrew, you're in
I'm in DC.
DC. Okay, all right. Let's see who else we got. Let's add to the party. Oh, we got Bridget right here. Bridget, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Bridget, where are you watching from?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Did you see this Teddy Riley situation?
Every stinking minute.
All right, this is good. So you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be ready. All right, let's see who was next to join. We've got. Here we go.
Hi,
what's up? What's up? Where are you watching from?
New York City, Harlem.
Harlem. So I know you saw it then.
I did. It's hilarious. I can't wait for the lessons.
All right. Well, guess what? You're going to be a part of these lessons. So thank you very much. Let's see who else we have next. We got another celeb here. We got 202 Deb.
All right. I'm here to say one thing. You all are the most fabulous community on the planet. I'm going to actually drop out and let somebody come in and say, but I just had to take the opportunity to say thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's a blessing. All right. Deb is giving up her spot. So somebody only
so the person who was just about ready to get on, you about to get on. So I'm going to leave you right now. Everybody ready? Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
There you go. All right. That's Deb right there. Okay. So let's see who else we've got. We've got Sean Martin. What's up, Sean?
What's up?
Hey, man, Sean, you with all that gear on, you better be watching from Philly.
No, actually, I'm watching from Baltimore right now.
All right, that's fair. Sean, did you see the Teddy Riley situation?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right, no worries, because we're going to explain it all. We're going to explain it all. So we got my man Sean from Baltimore. All right, let's see. We got Caroline.
Representing Philly, though. I'm representing Philly.
Okay. Caroline, what's where are you watching from, Caroline?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. Oh, but I hear that accent. Where are you from originally?
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I'm from the UK, from South London.
South London.
Atlanta, Georgia today.
That's what I'm saying. South London. I see it. I see that young man. All right. So now let's see. We have Reggie. Let me go to Reggie here. All right, I see everybody's. Oh, I can only get 6 on the screen. That's what the issue is. Okay, so here's the first crew. Crew, I'm gonna bring you back, but let me just remove everybody real quick so I can get everyone else on the screen here. So we've got Carol. So we got Reggie coming in. Reggie, perfectly. Reggie, where are you watching from? Indianapolis, Indiana. Perfect. And did you watch the Teddy Riley situation? All right, it's okay. As long as you heard, you're good. You're good. All right, so next we have Jessica. Jessica, I don't see you. Let me see. Jessica. All right, so Jessica's working out her stream. She's working out her stream. And then we got, we got my man, Ron Foster. Ron, can you hear us? Yes. Okay, all right, that's perfect. Let's see here. Okay, we have 2 people who their video. So here's the thing. I'm gonna keep coming back, everybody. That's the tribe. That's our tribe today. So everybody say goodbye right now to the tribe real quick. You guys stay with us, tribe. You stay with us. I'm coming back. Now, how do we like that, guys? How do we like that little ad? Let me know because I like it already. I think this crew right here. This my man Ricardo just joined. He just took somebody's place. Let's introduce my man. He just joined.
What's going on, Sensei?
Hey, my man. Where are we watching from? I know where, but where are we watching from?
From Philly, baby, Philly.
From Philly. There we go. Properly. Now, did you see the situation?
I did not see it.
Okay, you don't need to see it. It's okay. It's okay. Let me bring on the one last person who just took the place. Let's see. There she is. I see her. All right, this is the full tribe right here. This is the full tribe. Sis, can you see us? Can you hear us? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. That's why. All you have to do is unmute. Let me see. It says I can't unmute you. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll work it out. There we go. You know what? I can't hear you. You're unmuted, but I can't hear you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going to let a mic issue mess us up tonight, okay? All right. We're not going to let a mic issue. All right. So now, that's our crew right there. That's our crew. So, I see a lot of people saying, Paul, bring me on. I'm sorry. I can't bring anybody else on. We are completely full right now. This is going to be our crew. If anybody drops off, I'll let you know. So now, let's talk a little bit about what we're talking about today. Okay, this is actually very important. I know there are going to be some jokes in here, but this is very, very important for entrepreneurs and for professionals. So if you did not see or don't even know about this Teddy Riley Babyface situation, let me give you the quick overview, and then we'll start to get into the lessons. Okay, so here's the quick overview. By the way, I'm going to give the overview. While you're watching right now, let me know, did you see the Teddy Riley Babyface battle? Did you see it? Let's just see what our community, how many folks, did you see it? So now let me explain what happened real brief, okay? So there is a new initiative, I'll call it, new project, right? From Swizz Beatz, who's Kasim Dean, and Timberland, right? Super producers, super hip hop producers in particular, but they've done pop, they've done it all. They have created basically a battle. They're not calling it a battle, but for the most part, it is a battle. And what it is that you have 2 artists go on to Insta Live. So they go on to Instagram Live, and they basically play 20 of their hits, or I shouldn't even say hits, 20 songs, right? And the artists go back to back, quote unquote, battling with each other, playing each song. So Swizz Beatz would play a song right on Insta Live. He let it play a little bit. Then Timberland would hear the vibe of the song. And then he would come back, and maybe he would say, "Oh, here's a track I did with Justin Timberlake. I remember being in the studio with JT. Right here was the vibe," and then he'll play it. So that way they're educating the audience, but they're also playing great music, nostalgic music. And a lot of people have said this has been one of the most powerful movements that's come out of the quarantine, right? That come out of the lockdown. So That's pretty much the essence of what versus is. So there have been, I don't know how many versus battles there've been. I think I've seen all of them. So maybe there's been about, I don't know, 7, 8 of them. But the big old but, all right, was this past Saturday night. It was billed as the Battle of the Legends. On one side, you had Teddy Riley, right? New Jack Swing, hit maker, right? Work with everybody, right? Michael Jackson, I mean, everybody. And then on the other side, you had who I consider to be perhaps the top producer of all time in Babyface, right? Kenny Edmonds. And essentially, these two hit makers were going to go head to head, battle each other, right? And everybody was ready, to the point where I'm here in London right now. It came on at 3 a.m. in London. I was laying in the bed with my wife. Well, it's a good thing I was laying in the bed with my wife at 3 a.m. You know what? There's some things you could tell when people always say unnecessary things. I'm a rambler. That was so unnecessary. I should have said I was laying in the bed, but instead I'm like, I was laying in the bed with my wife. Right? That was an unnecessary comment, but I was laying in the bed with my wife, and she was asleep, and I was like, Jill, this battle's about to come on. Like, are you going to watch this? She was like, yeah, and she fell asleep, but I stayed up, right? Stayed up, watched the whole thing. It turned out not to be a battle. There turned out to be issue after issue after issue. And when I watch this thing in my mind, because I'm an analyst, right, I'm always thinking about what can we learn, right? How can we get better from all of these issues that we see? And what I did is since then, really since Saturday, I've been taking down notes to myself on what lessons could we as professionals and entrepreneurs learn from this whole situation. All right. So now that's pretty much the gist. Let me go to the crew real quick, and let me just make sure that I said it right. So let's see. All right, let me bring on Bridget. Bridget was real enthusiastic about watching this thing. Bridget, was that pretty much the gist? Did I miss anything on the explanation?
No, that was the gist. It was definitely, and well, you did miss the fact that it was actually slated to happen like 2 weeks ago. But Babyface had COVID-19. So he showed up Saturday just having recovered from COVID-19. So this was rescheduled number one. Okay. For this battle. But other than that, you nailed everything.
All right, good point. All right, Bridget, thank you.
Yeah.
If anybody else in the tribe, I can see you, I can see your face. So if I miss anything, raise your hand, and that way I will go to you. Raise your hand. You got to raise it real high because there's so many of you right here. All right, here we go. Dr. Friend said I missed something. All right. What did I miss in there, sis? You're muted.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. I just think it's important to note that not only was Babyface recovering from COVID, but he was in the room by himself. And
oh yeah. Hold on real quick. Don't disclose too much.
Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Hold on.
I was like, wait.
Okay. She's about to break down the lessons right now. Hold up. All right. We're getting there. But anything else on the overview though?
No, I think that's right.
All right, cool. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Gotta be careful. She's a doctor, right? She doesn't want to miss anything. She's a doctor, right? You gotta be careful with doctors, yeah, on how you handle a doctor. All right. So let's see. My man. Oh, okay. I missed something. Here we go. All right. What did I miss?
Hey, Paul, don't forget that it's on Instagram. So that's really important that people understand that it's held on Instagram and not anywhere else.
All right. I like this point. It was only on Instagram, y'all. Only on Instagram. So I know we have some folks watching that's like, what's Instagram? Right? It's that other platform, right? So thank you. It was only on Instagram. All right, good stuff. Thank you. All right. Crew, did I miss anything? Let's see, guys. Let's see. Did I miss? I think we're good. Okay. All right. So now let's get into the lessons. All right. Let's get into the lessons real quick. All right. So now, first lesson that I have for y'all, all right, is this. Bam. Determine your business model carefully. So now, here's what I want to ask right now. To everybody watching who's familiar with verses, at least now everybody should be generally familiar. and also familiar with D Nice, what he's done with Club Quarantine. I consider both of those, like, first, we got to give credit where credit's due. These are two phenomenal ideas that, quite honestly, I look at as business ideas. I believe what they're both doing, it didn't, I don't think it necessarily started that way, but these are two business ideas. So here's my question to you right now, survey across the group. If you're familiar, who do you believe has the superior business model? Is it D Nice and Club Quarantine, or is it Swizz Beatz and Timberland's Versus? Ooh. So we got our own little battle right now. You probably didn't think I was going to hit you with that, right? Who do you believe has the superior business model? Now, when I'm talking about business, and I'm gonna run. Okay, I see it right now. I see. Let's see here. Who do you think? Drop in. Is it okay? So you have to say Versus. So VERZUZ, or actually just say Swizz and Tim, or say whatever you want. Forget me. Forget I'm even here. Why am I here? See, all right. So just put in whatever you want. Let me see who you think has the biggest. Let's run a survey. All right. Right now, I'm seeing right now most of Facebook. Right. So look right here. We got Periscope basically saying it's D Nice. Facebook right now. Facebook, come on. It's pretty much everybody saying D Nice. My sis right here. Hold on. On the panel says no. Let's see. D Nice. Yeah, everybody's. Let's see what LinkedIn is saying. LinkedIn is pretty much D Nice. Sarah is saying Versus, but Vera. Wow, the people saying D Nice is saying D Nice by far. So here's what I want to do. I want to go to the tribe real quick and get a little competition. So I saw my man Andrew. Okay, we had one here. We had one here. Where are we? Wait, folks still talking to Jill. Hold on. Forget about Jill now. We're talking about business lessons. Forget about Jill. Forget about Jill right now. Okay, so now hold on. Let me go here. She dropped off. Anyone in the tribe think so? Andrew, you like D Nice, right?
No, I like Versus.
You like Versus. Anybody like D Nice in the tribe? Raise your hand. Okay, Ricardo like D Nice. Okay, all right. So now, fellas, battle it out. Here's what I want you to do.
Okay, so
here's the only rule. You only have about a minute. Just give real quick a minute. Why do you think it was for who?
So I'll go. So I think Versus is good because one, D Nice is great, but you only see one person. When you're dealing with Versus, you have various artists that you really like that you would not normally see on IG doing something like this. So it gives you a variety over time to be able to see more than one person. It's great to have D Nice there, but I would much rather have more than one person that I can actually see, interact, and catch up with music that I'm really accustomed to. So that's why I say Versus is probably the better option, because it gives you more of a variety versus D Nice being there and just being one person that's playing various types of genre of music.
Well, I think that D Nice, I would prefer D Nice because one, he can control his environment. You know, he doesn't have to worry about technical difficulties with other people and with things not going right. So he can control his own environment. And then also, he can also give you that variety. He can control the content. He can play whatever it is that he wants to play. He can play every genre he wants. He can play one genre. So he has really a lot more control on what's happening. So that's why I would prefer his business model.
All right, fellas, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We're going to come back. That was our tribe right there. I love it. By the way, I'm really feeling the tribe. Like we're definitely doing this again. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just this tribe is just on point, and maybe I'll get a bunch of strippers, on the next tribe. But this tribe, I like it. Not saying that strippers can't be on point, by the way. All right, so here's what I think. I hear both of the arguments, but let me tell you, because I've been thinking about this, by the way, since Saturday night. I believe there's one model that's clearly, to me, right, looking at it, is clearly superior. But the point that I want you to take away from this is that you have to determine your model carefully. That's really the largest point. Not saying that these two folks have bad models, because a lot of people are saying yes, but let me tell you who I believe has the clear difference and superiority. That would be Versus. Versus is a much, not a little bit, it is a much, much better, or should I say superior business model if revenue is important to you, if effectiveness is important to you, if scalability is important to you. And let me tell you the reason why. All right, let me tell you the reason why. The reason why is because what D-Nice is doing is considered to be what 99%, I would say, 98% of small businesses, entrepreneurs do. And that is they create a B to C model, business to consumer model. That's exactly what most people do. They have an idea. They say, okay, I'm going to take this idea and I'm going to go straight to the consumer. And we think this is a good thing, which is, it's a good thing. But if your objective is to build a sustainable, much highly, I would say even more, much more profitable business, what you want to create is what the most profitable businesses in this world create. Let me ask you, you're familiar with Amazon, familiar with eBay, right? You're familiar with Thumbtack, and you're familiar with all of these companies. They are marketplaces. They're not B2C. They have created a marketplace. A marketplace is a much more powerful business model. Let me tell you the real quick reason why. All right. I got notes. We're doing notes today, y'all. All right. I got notes on all this. This is the reason why I love a marketplace, right? So you have in a marketplace, let me get this off the screen here. You have efficiency in a marketplace. Think about this. The cost to start a B2C play. So the cost for D-Nice to start and the cost for Versus to start is roughly the same. It's the same. It's the same cost, right? This is very important. It's the same cost. So therefore, you're on an even par. But the major difference comes in point 2 and 3. Point 2 is what's called the network effect. This is something that we must, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with everybody. I see a lot of Black and brown folks watching this right now. And I'm going to tell you, in our history, the one thing that I believe we disproportionately don't do is create our own marketplaces, right? And I'm just saying, I might pass the collection plate on this one, but we typically do not create our own marketplaces. What we do is we take our goods and services to other marketplaces, and then we get an only tiny percentage of the actual, the actual revenue, right? This is exactly what happens. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, but this is what happens. Instead, what a marketplace does is a marketplace capitalizes on the fact that every time a new person comes into the marketplace, there's more value for everybody. So think about D-Nice. If D-Nice is spinning and he has 20,000 people watching him, and then now 20,001 right joins, there's no additional benefit for me who's watching him. There's none. However, if I'm Versus, right, say Teddy and Baby, right, going at it. And by the way, I can't call him Baby. I feel like he's Baby the rapper. Babyface, respect that man. Call Babyface, right? Or Face. I call him Face. All right. So if they're battling and they have 20,000 people watching and an additional person comes in, that's more value to them, right? The performers, that's more value to them. So what you're doing is you're adding value to them. And look at the supply side. If you are Versus and another artist joins Versus, right, wants to be a part of supplying, wants to be a part of these battles, that's more value for me, the consumer. So the marketplace takes it. A marketplace gives you network effect. And this is very important when you start scaling your business. And then the last real quick is this, the economic moat. I don't know if you've heard of the economic moat, right? Maybe you've heard of barriers to entry, but economic moat was coined by Warren Buffett. And basically what he said is that what you want to do when you create a business is you want to make sure that nobody can really compete with you. So here's my question to you. How many people can compete with D-Nice right now? A lot of people. A lot of people. All you need to do is have scale, right? So here's the thing. Let's say that I am everybody's favorite person, Kim Kardashian. All right, I hear the boos. I can hear the boos right now when I said that. I can hear the boos. But here's the point. If Kim Kardashian wants to start spinning in her living room, I pretty much can guarantee you the audience is going to be much larger, right, than anything D-Nice is doing. The point is that anybody can really compete with a B2C play, right? It's easier. There's not a huge economic moat. However, with Versus, especially with more scale, you can't recreate a marketplace overnight. You just can't do it, right? Because there's a lot more than just the demand. You have to find the supply, and you have to be able to match the demand with the supply. The point is that marketplaces derive terrific economic barriers. They are super smart businesses. And in my opinion, my humble opinion, I believe that Versus is the much more what I would call superior business model. All right, I got to keep going. We're only at number 1, and I've been on for 40 freaking minutes. All right, so this is not good. My efficiency is not good. All right, so let's go to number 2 real quick. Number 2 is this. Use the uniqueness of your life to inspire your business ideas. Let me just hit this one quick. What I love about Versus is that if you go back, like if you study hip hop, if you're a fan of hip hop, so I'm a student of hip hop, and then on top of that, I am a admirer of Swizz Beatz, of Kasim Dean. I've interviewed him twice. I think he's like phenomenal creative mastermind, right? In 2007, right? Summer Jams. If everybody, a lot of us know Summer Jams. Summer Jams 2007, Kanye West battled Swizz Beatz on stage. They went track for track, right? Maybe 3 or 4 tracks back to back. It was really one of the first times this had been done on a big platform. And then 10 years later, Swizz Beatz battled Just Blaze, right? Another phenomenal producer, right? Swizz Beatz 2017. And this is something that if you want to look this up, I encourage you to. If you watch the video of Hot 97 Swizz Beatz versus Just Blaze, what you'll see is something fascinating, because I watched it twice, right? Is on the spot, they are creating the rules to Versus today. Think about it. This is crazy, right? This was already in the works, right? So 2017, you can literally hear Swizz Beatz saying, so what do you want to do? Just Blaze is like, well, why don't we do this? Swizz is like, well, why don't we play track for track? Why don't we give me 2 minutes, right? You could see them working it out right there. It was a phenomenal success. And then a year later, 2018, back on the Summer Jam stage, then Timberland and Swizz Beatz come together and they battle, right? And now they have more of a model. And then it was in 2018 when they came up with this concept, right? This Versus concept. 2018 is when they came up with this. So my point here is that it wasn't just, sporadically come about. What they did, what Swizz in particular did, is they looked at their unique experiences. They looked at their status, I think, as thought leaders in the space. They looked at the fact that we are on lockdown, we are on quarantine, and there were all of these elements that came together to create the opportunity. But my larger point with this is that I think the best business ideas come from those when we have unique experiences. So that's not to say, oh yeah, you know what? It'd be great. Like I was joking with my wife yesterday. Oh, it'd be great if somebody put a popcorn stand like out in front of our building, right? Because they're selling nuts all the time, right? Who wants nuts all the time? There's a joke in there, but I'm not going to say it. Who wants nuts all the time, right? You want popcorn. So the point though is that we have nothing in our history about popcorn. Like we're not, popcorn connoisseurs, right? So we have no business starting a popcorn business. But this is exactly what so many of us small businesses do is we're just like, hey, we think there's a need for X. I'm going to come up with a solution. No, look at your experiences. Look at your experiences. All right, let's go to 3. And then I'm going to come to the tribe on 4 for a big debate. All right. Number 3 is this. This is very important. Very important. 99% of small businesses don't identify product market fit before launching. Make sure you do. Now, this is my point to this. My point is that before you launch a business, you must have a product or a service. But before you launch that product and service, you have to ensure that consumers want it. You have to make sure that there's your product and there's fit in the market. There's enough people out there that want to consume your thing. And they've got to be more than just your mom. Because what a lot of people do is they create something and they're like, hey, this is my new product. I'm going to start selling pens. Oh, I know there's a big need for pens here in London because they don't sell pens in London. So I'm going to sell pens in London, right? But did you check to see that nobody's writing anymore? Like there's no need for the market, right? I mean, there's no market for the product. So you want to make sure that you see product market fit. What I think is brilliant about Versus is that they are showing us right now. You see it happening right now, what the prime example of product market fit looks like. And let me show you a slide. Let's go to the slide on this one. All right. This is very important. This is my opinion of the 3 strongest indicators that you have a good business idea. In other words, the market wants your product. All right. This is what I see right here. This is it. The first indicator to know that your product is good is that when you have that product and you put it out in the market and then you pull it back, do people get upset because you messed up their flow? You messed up the fact that they can't use it anymore. Or are they just like, all right. So you think about Versus, right? Think about how upset we all were when we were like, oh, damn, we can't see Teddy Riley and Babyface do this. Like, what? We can't see them do it. You saw how upset folks were angry about this thing. That a lot of people look at that as, oh, I read the comments. People are like, oh, that's it. Versus is dead. All right. I see on Twitter, people are like, oh, that's it. This is a wrap. I was thinking, no, this is the best thing that could have ever happened to Versus, because now it's clear that people need this. They need this. That's what product market fit is. If you have a product or service and you put it out in the marketplace and then you disrupt how people are consuming it, maybe you pull it back, maybe you take it away a little bit, whatever it may be, and they're upset, boom. Number 2, influencers and thought leaders begin consuming. This is very important. With Versus, look at the audience. You got every musician, especially in hip hop, watching. You've got every media company, especially in hip hop, watching, right? You got BET watching, you got Complex watching, you got like Vibe watching. Everybody's watching this. When you create a product and service, if you see influencers and thought leaders in your space beginning to consume, beginning to follow what you're doing, that means you have product market fit. And then number 3 is this. Do media and potential partners reach out? It's real simple. It's real simple. You know, right now, my wife and I are growing Knowledge Share. We literally launched Knowledge Share last week. Literally within a week, we have had media companies reach out to us to say, oh man, can we feature this? I love, like, this is incredible. I like what you guys are doing. To me, I think, okay, I think we're moving closer to product market fit, right? Which is exactly what we're testing right now with Knowledge Share, why we haven't gone big. My point here is that you want to see indicators like this. This lets you know your product is on the right track, right? This lets you know you've got product market fit. This is exactly what is happening to Versus right now. Exactly what's happening to Versus. All right, let's go to number 4. And I'm going to go to the tribe on this one. And because of the time, we're going to do a real quick debate it out. And this is where I want to shout out my man, Kwame. Kwame, I don't know if you're still here. So Kwame, let me know if you're still in here. Pop up real quick for me. So here's number 4. This is very important. There he goes. Kwame's still here. He's on Periscope. Okay. So this is my man Kwame. Some ping pong. Got to get that right. Ping pong. I think one of the most brilliant people I know. I follow his newsletter, and it's one of my favorite newsletters. Matter of fact, Kwame, drop in how we could get that newsletter. It's one of my favorite newsletters. And he wrote something before the Teddy Riley Babyface competition about what Swizz and Timbaland should do. He was the first person to write this, and I thought it was brilliant. And I want to even try to take it a step further. He said that Swizz and Timbaland should create their own platform. That's in essence what and he broke down how they should, but they should create their own platform. And this is exactly what I thought. And this is to Andrew's point earlier of they did it on Instagram. I'm going to say this right here, and I want everybody to tattoo this thing to your brain. If you want to control your future, you must own your platform. Somebody please tell Swizz and Timbaland this right now. Because as Andrew Robbie said, they did this on Instagram Live, right? They did this on Instagram Live. Now, I want to just present my point, and then I'm going to take it to the tribe. I strongly encourage anybody working for Timbaland, anybody working for Swizz, that right now, I know there's a battle tonight. I know there's the rematch of Teddy and Babyface, but please don't do another battle until you've created your own platform. And you can create your own platform within a week. There are people who already have, they already have the platform ready for you. They already have it, right? Now, let me read some numbers real quick. Here's Kwame. Oh man, comments are going. Here's Kwame real quick. There's to look at his. Let me share some numbers with you real quick. Now, on Saturday night on Versus with the Teddy Riley Babyface competition, there were upwards to about 450,000 people watching at one time. 450,000 people watching at one time. But as you know, when you do these lives, like right now, I'm looking right now, we have a little over 1,000 people watching live right now. But at the end of the live, we're going to have 15,000, 12,000 people who've watched this. Why? Because people come in and out. Right? Some people come in, they're like, hey, Paul's talking about strippers. Let me pull out, right? There's a joke in there too, but I'm not going to go there. So my point is that we have to realize that there's a massive number of people that are watching. A matter of fact, Teddy Riley at the end of the broadcast, he was like, wow, 1.5 million people watch this thing. 1.5 million people watched it. 1.5 million people watched this thing. Here's some numbers that I want to run down, and I swear I'm going to stop at this and go to the tribe. Do you know how many people? Here's what I want to know. Do you know how many people, how many users were on Twitter in its first year? How many users were on Twitter in its first year? Let me tell you, 16,000 people. That's how many people were on Twitter in its first year. How many people were on Facebook in its first year? Oh, you don't know? Let me tell you. 700,000. 700,000 people were using Facebook in its first year. Now, how many people were using Instagram? Oh, you don't know? Let me tell you. LinkedIn, can I tell you? Yeah, let me tell you. You know how many people? 1 million people were using Instagram in its first year. I should be saying only 1 million. I should be saying to Facebook, it was only 700,000. I should be saying about Twitter, it was only 16,000. And let me say this. Do you know that 2 years after Instagram had that number of 1 million people, just 2 years after it was founded, it was sold for $1 billion. And the valuation was $100 billion. Somebody get Swizz on the phone right now. Do you see what I'm getting at? What I'm getting at is, in a matter of weeks, these two people, Swizz and Timberland, have been able to amass more people, a higher concentration than all of the biggest social platforms that we know today. They need their own platform. You need your own platform. There has never been, in my opinion, my humble opinion, there's never been a better time in our modern history for somebody to create their own social platform right now. Let me tell you this. If they announced to everybody, guess what? Versus is happening tonight, but you got to download this app to join. How many would download that app? I'm just curious. I'm just curious real quick. In the comments right now, if they said the battle between Teddy and Babyface is happening tonight, all you have to do is download this free app. How many of y'all are downloading it? Somebody get him on the phone right now and tell him, don't do another battle until you build your own platform. Otherwise, you're on rented land. You're on rented land. All right. That's enough. I'm getting hot. And it's not just the turtleneck. I'm gonna go to the crew real quick. Real quick, guys. Real quick. Crew. What do we think, guys? Real quick. Tell me what we think. I can only pull on. Let me see. I'm gonna go as max. Okay. I can get 6 real quick. What do we think, guys?
So I'll start, and I was introducing myself to the rest of the tribe in the chat, and I think that it's just really, really important that we understand in the moment that we're in how important it is for equity that folks leverage the resources that they have. And so I was saying, yes, it would be awesome if they had their own platform, but do they have the resources to get developers to throw that platform up in a way that would be reliable? And I don't think there's anything wrong with ghostwriting the platform that you do have right now and then building that brand. And we saw that with D-Nice. He used what he had in his place. He just changed hats a couple of times and took out his turntables and then was able to build from there. And I think that having that emergent strategy is an opportunity, especially for our Black and Brown folks who are thinking about conceiving, like, how do I empire build during this time? And because, that's the thing that's coming to my mind. And how do we use this as an opportunity also for Black developers and Black engineers and developers and engineers to build those platforms of the future? And I think it could be both and. So this is such a great conversation.
Yeah, I love it. I love your points. I have thoughts, but I want to hear what the tribe, what are y'all thinking?
I definitely agree that ownership is always better than renting, for sure. So I couldn't agree with you more on that. And certainly you could see where Erykah Badu did that. She created her own space to share her art that was not to be found on Instagram. And I think that's excellent. But I also feel like, to the doc's point, that while we're in the moment and striking while the iron's hot, that there's nothing absolutely wrong with sharing your craft and having such a space that but then where's it leading to? Especially if it's for business and not just for a branding situation or just for goodwill, because we're in the pandemic, where does it eventually lead to and how do you monetize it? And if you're already joining a party that's already got the infrastructure to support 500,000 people, then how do you monetize it in the fastest way possible in the spirit of where we are? So yes, eventually ownership, but is it possible to do it and do it right without a Teddy Riley situation next week? Highly doubt it.
I think no, those are cool points, but I think that you have so many models that are out there right now. Think about Wildin' Out, that we watch on TV. The concept is pretty much the exact same concept, where you have two sides that are going against each other to do that. You have plenty of developers they got time right now to be able to create a platform for this or app for this, and investors are able to do this. These artists have the ability to actually make this happen. Sponsors can be able to put in commercials or do whatever they got to do in order to help them on the financial aspect of it. So I think that it's possible to do it right now. You just have to set up that, the model in place so that way you don't have a repeat of what we saw this weekend.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking it's also important to think about where we are right now in this particular space in time. I mean, once people start kind of going back to work and get busy and all that, just to play devil's advocate, I'm curious to know, let's say once the pandemic is over, this particular model as it is, will it be as viable? A couple of questions. Would it be as fun to watch if it wasn't live? If you're at work and you couldn't watch it live, would it be just as fun? Would you download an app to watch it after it's over, like after you got off work or something like that? So I think using what is available right now to see what's possible is great, as long as you have a mind for, hey, how can we monetize this in the future with our own platform? All I know is really exciting right now. I love the fact that people are being inventive during this time. If it wasn't for the pandemic, we probably wouldn't have had this right now. So it's great though.
Yeah, that's kind of like my major thought as well. Is this just a time-oriented thing caused by the pandemic, where once it passes, people are, if you're not working at home, or are you going to do it because it is that desire that we have as a consumer? We want that thing right now, and no, it is not as pleasurable later as it is at that moment. But even from that perspective, for those people that don't have this type of platform and have general types of businesses that won't even reach the fact where they may need a developer, it's kind of, what are you doing right now in that moment, and how are you using this time? So while, these things we're talking about between, Teddy Riley and people that, to me, have money, if they wanted to do this, they had to do this. They have access to these things already. But it is a good question of 1.5 million. That's a big platform. Times that by 3, we all can get a piece of the pie. But with that pie, once that one pie is gone, will we have that next week or next month? And that's where, back to fundamentals, which is what I kind of do in my business line, is to that business plan. If you don't write that business plan, as simple as it may sound, if you don't write it, you're not going to know these things by doing that due diligence and the things that you've already mentioned in 1 through 4.
You know what I love about this conversation? I mean, I think we just stumbled on like the best tribe ever. Really, man, that was great enough because you're bringing up different points, but the synthesis of everything that I hear you saying is wow. Like it actually, Denitria just mentioned that. Let me just put this on is she's saying, but they need to provide proof of concept first, right? So in essence, right, it's working now, but will it work going forward, right? This is what I hear. And then also to your point of, well, does the technology even exist for them to make this happen right away, right now? In my humble opinion, this is what makes for successful entrepreneurs and not. And here's the difference. I think that as a successful entrepreneur, it means that inherently you have to take risk. You have to take enormous risk. But the question is when do you take the risk? Here's when you take the risk, in my opinion. You take the risk when you get the market indicators. So Denitria is saying they still need to provide proof of concept. I'm saying they already have proof of concept.
Yeah, they've got it.
That was the last point, right? Or the point before of they already have it. So now is the time. Do they have the resources? Absolutely. Have you seen their net worth? Absolutely, right? Secondly, are there platforms that exist right now? Absolutely. There are many. There are dozens of communities right now that I believe all it would take is connecting with that entrepreneur and then basically, editing the platform in essence. But long story short, I think this is a great topic, great conversation. So I'm coming. Go ahead, Bridge.
Sorry, I'm not sure if you know why Teddy's situation was so horrible. Is he was actually trying to stream on his owned website. So he was using your point 4, which is what caused Instagram to not perform as well, because he was actually trying to do what you're suggesting.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I'm about to show a video of him trying to do his thing, right? This video that is funny to me. But All right, everybody, give it up for the crew. Give it up for the crew. Once again, excellent. We'll be back. We'll be back. All right, so now, right, you're just hanging with me. I can't get you off my screen.
That's how we do from Philly. We just here. You turn around, we right there. No matter what you do.
These dudes from Philly, you can't get rid of them. All right, let's see. All right, so now let's go here. You know what I love too is the tribe is all chatting. They got a heavy chat going on right now in the private chat, which is great. So let's keep going. Let me get to these real quick. Question: if you love the panel, show the panel some love real quick. If you love the tribe, let me see real quick. Yep, I see Denise Price on LinkedIn is saying love. This is an excellent tribe. Yeah, if you love it, let me know. I'm just curious. I'm highly confident that you do. All right, let's do this. Let's get to point 5. And Bridget, she just queued it up right now. So let me see if I can show you this. So now here's my point. We all saw this. Less is more. A matter of fact, I never like to, I don't comment a lot when I'm in somebody's live. I like to just, watch it, right? But I commented lesson for the night. Like when Teddy was like, y'all want to start again? Which everybody was like, no, Teddy, we don't want to see it again. That man was like, y'all want to start again? I was like, lesson for tonight, less is more. So now, to Bridget's point, so here's when I say less is more. If you didn't see this, you're probably not picking this up. So let me explain. Is basically Babyface was sitting by himself with I think a mic to his phone, and he was sitting there by himself. Yeah, he was in a home studio, but he was by himself playing his music direct to his iPhone. Teddy Riley had what I consider to be a more sophisticated setup than I've seen at large stage shows. He had a more sophisticated setup than I've seen basically at festivals. Right? This man had a DJ. He had a hype man, which is always interesting when you have a hype man. And I don't want to shade the hype man, but the hype man looked like anyway. He had a hype man. He had multiple people who were just like, you would just be watching them and you'd see someone just go like this. Right? You see just like people like, in the camera. And then on Twitter, I found this video that I've got to share this video. Let me see if I could do this. So this is a video. Here it is. All right. So let me see. This is a video that shows you just how many people Teddy Riley, this is a behind the scenes of Teddy's situation. This was crazy when I saw this. This shows you, and by the way, Babyface was sitting by himself. All right, here we go. This is, where is it? All right, here it is. All right, excuse all my stuff, but look at this. All right, so it's gonna go in a second. All right, so here it is. All right, so this is Teddy Riley's. This is all right, yeah, this is his house right here, hit and play. So look, you see massive cameras, that's a television camera. So there's a cameraman, there's an assistant right there, there's another assistant coming out, there's somebody handling the sound. You got Teddy Riley in the jumpsuit, you got a DJ. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize there's a DJ and a drummer. You got the hype man who's tired already because he's been rehearsing. You see how many people are in this man's house? Do you see this? Like, this is crazy how many people this man had in his house. The point here, ladies and gentlemen, we know that less is more. But this is the reason this is really the point here as it relates to entrepreneurs, is that when you have less things that you are focusing on, you actually get more done. There's a higher level of execution when you're not dealing with a lot. That was a lot. I've been in TV for 10 years. That was a more sophisticated TV setup than I've seen on some television shows, right? That's just what we saw. Keep in mind, and somebody was filming that, right? And somebody was probably filming the person who was filming that. You know what I mean? here's the larger quick takeaway is in your business, there's so many things that you have to focus on. Being an astute entrepreneur means that what you're doing is you're identifying no more than 3 things. I tell all my mentees, no more than 3 things. If possible, get it down to 1 or 2 things that you are laser focused on at the moment. And you know, if you can move that one thing forward, then your business is going to take a major leap forward. Everything else, just kind of honestly forget about it. For example, Knowledge Share. We just launched Knowledge Share. There's so many things. People are like, oh, Paul, you got to have a website. You got to have a brand. You got to have a URL. Oh, you should get business cards. You got to do this. I'm like, no. We're not focused on any of that. With Knowledge Share, there's one metric that every day I'm thinking about, just one metric. And that is the percentage of our experts and professionals who connect and then come back to the community to connect with someone else. That's it. That's all I'm focused on. I'm not caring about how many new experts we have, how many new people are joining the email list. I don't care about the website. Look, I did the website on Sunday while I was, taking a couple of drinks, right? I'm feeling good. So if there are misspellings on that website, blame it on the port. So my point is that that's not important right now. Less is more. Entrepreneurs identify no more than 3 metrics. In particular, I say 1 or 2 that if you get that metric right, you get that one thing right, it's going to leapfrog your business, right? That's the less is more. All right, let's keep going. Here we go. All right. Someone said, Paul, how do we get a link? Paul, how do we get a link to Knowledge Share? Plug. I like it. Let me get you with the plug. Here's the plug. Bam. Knowledge Share. I like it. I was waiting for somebody to do that. Thank you. That's how you get to Knowledge Share. This is the new landing page. This is the landing page that I did while drinking on Sunday. I did this. This is what I mean. I did the landing page. It doesn't matter. The landing page doesn't matter. It's going to change 50 times if there's product market fit. If there's no product market fit, then the landing page is going to stay the same because we're not going to be doing it anymore. So this is how you get on it right now, that landing page. Let me know what you think. All right. So now let's get to number 6 on my list of 10 here. Now, do you know what this is? Here's a quiz. All right. Actually, I'm going to bring back the tribe real quick. Let me bring back some of the tribe. My man Ricardo didn't get a shot. Let me bring back. I'm going to bring back the tribe here. Bring back the tribe. Let me see how many people I can get. Okay. So now, all right, here we go. All right. So now, tribe. All right. Here's the question. Tell everybody what this means. You have to you together. I want you guys to work together as a team and tell me what this means. I believe this is, in my opinion, this is one of the most important things that we can do as an entrepreneur. And this is something that Babyface did. And this is something that Teddy Riley did not do. Okay, you ready? All right, I'm gonna let them work it out. I'm gonna give you a minute to work it out. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, he swatted it. Strength, weakness.
Less is more.
That's SWAT, yeah.
Definitely less is more.
Strength, weakness.
I mean, he flew under fire.
So what does the acronym stand for?
Strength, weakness, opportunities, threat.
I can't remember what the EDT is.
Every damn thing. I don't know what it means.
Strength. See.
By the way, if anybody, this is the whole thing. Like, we're all tribes. So everybody watching LinkedIn, YouTube, Periscope, help them out. What do you think it is?
Test his connection. Pay attention to the comments.
So Babyface did it, and
Stay.
Yes,
can you give us another clue, Paul? Babyface did it.
Threat. I don't know what the EDT is for.
Wow, look at this.
I'm not sure.
Stumped.
Y'all are all looking like, I take a screenshot. hold on. Let me take a screenshot. You know what you guys look like? You look like Teddy Riley on Saturday night.
Stand up and look back.
They're like,
going on?
I feel like Teddy Riley.
okay.
Figure it out.
All right. So
Clue.
now
We need a clue.
Yeah.
all right. Let me do this. Let me tell you what it is right now. Let me just share with everybody real quick. This is the answer. Let me see if I can get this on the screen with everybody. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see if it works.
Every damn thing.
There we go.
Hey, just say it. Someone said that.
Man, you got the smartest
That was
squad
good.
in the world.
That was
In
good.
the world. All right,
Every
you guys,
damn
we're gonna
thing.
come back, but let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye again. Let's say goodbye.
Bye.
I'm gonna say the smartest in the world. Look at that. I was like, nobody's gonna get this. Look, y'all, I just made this up real quick myself. This is just me. I want everybody to take this down because this is exactly what Teddy didn't do. And this is exactly what Babyface did. And this is something that we all need to do all the time, no matter what. It could be an interview. Somebody could say, hey, I want you to be on my podcast. So you think, okay, what are my strengths? What am I bringing to this podcast interview? Oh, okay. I know more than the interviewer on the subject. What are my weaknesses? Oh man, it's going to be late at night and I get tired late at night. What are the opportunities? Oh, this is a great time for me to talk about my new project, knowledge share. What are the threats? Oh man, if I talk about it too early, these, I may have too many people come to the website and they may not understand and it may hurt our business. My point is, we all should be swatting every damn thing we do. SWAT every damn thing, right? Period. Because if you SWAT every damn thing, then you get to number 7. That is this. Once you've swatted, you'll always have the contingency for the threats. So you already know, right? You already know. You think about this. You already know what threats exist, and you'll already have the plan for those threats. That's the point. So let me roll right into to 8 real quick, right? Because that's 7. When you've swatted, then you'll always have a contingency plan. Look at this. You can only be Babyface cool if you have swatted, right? You can only be as cool as him because he did this. Don't you think he did this? This man did all of these things in his mind. Now, here's the question. Did Teddy do this? There's no way Teddy did this. There's no way that he did this. So the point here is that you have to actually, I'm trying to come up with something real phenomenal to say. Just SWAT every damn thing, right? You could only be cool. You could only be reassured when you do that. All right. Let me get to 9 real quick so we can get into our closeout discussion. Get to 9 and 10. Here's number 9. If you're calm, you'll be perceived as making better decisions. Ooh, this is one that I learned a long time ago. All right. This is what I learned a long time ago, observing a whole lot of people that were not the most intellectual, right? Not the most charismatic or charming or persuasive. But when things got crazy, they were so calm that what they were saying at least came off as being, as being, of higher value. You know what I mean? And when you are giving off the impression that what you're saying is of higher value, people will listen to it that much more. Think about this. You remember if you saw this whole Babyface Teddy Riley thing, right? If you notice how calm Babyface was versus like Teddy Riley was a little like sporadic, right? Not only was Babyface calm, but when people were like, "Oh, it's your sound," he was like, "No, it's not my sound. They were like, no, it's your mic. He was like, no, it's not my mic. And I'm going to tell you, know what's crazy about that is to this day, you got people still saying it was Babyface's mic that did it. But everyone walked off of that like, oh no, I mean, should I say the most of us walked off from that saying, oh, there's no way that was Babyface, right? Because he was so calm. My point is this when it comes to entrepreneurs is that you have to remain calm. The moment that you start to look irritated in any situation, I'm talking about this is with your team, this is with partners, I'm talking about people who even intentionally try to irritate you, advisors, board of directors, clients, etc. The moment that you look irritated, everything that you say will be discounted from that moment on. And you will be labeled as someone who can't handle the pressure. My point is you want to do everything you can to stay calm. And the value of that is that the perception of what you say will be of higher value. And here's how you remain calm. This is my last point right here. Here's how you learn to operate under pressure. All right. Here's how you do it. And this is my opinion, right? This is, from all the stuff I've gone through, this is what I suggest right here is first thing that you do is you slow down. I think Babyface, I think he always operates in a state of cool, but you have to slow down because when things are crazy and you're doing all this, like you see how Teddy Riley was like, oh man, Teddy was like, the first 5 minutes, Teddy was like, hand me a towel, somebody, hand me a towel, right? It was just like, you saw someone who was speeding up versus let me just slow down. Because when you slow down, you can actually tap into all your senses. You could better see what's happening in the room. You could better understand how you can react to the situation. So you slow down, right? Let me just take a pause. Even if that means I'm just not going to say anything. I commit to myself. I'm just not going to say anything for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever while I assess the situation, right? Think of Teddy Riley amidst all of this craziness. If he was just like this, I'm going to think about this real quick. And he just paused. Everybody would be like, damn, this man Teddy's on some Buddhism craziness. He's about to destroy Babyface right now, right? So the point is that you want to slow down. Second is that you want to take the pressure off of you by sharing it with somebody else. Notice this. Babyface kept getting phone calls. I'm sure Swizz or somebody was calling him. And Babyface was pretty much, I'm sure, saying in those conversations, okay, y'all work it out. Yeah, y'all handle this. Yeah, y'all do this. You know, he was saying, y'all fix this. Y'all do this, right? Y'all. Why? Because he knows that his only focus was number 3, laser focus on the task at hand, not the outcome. He's not thinking about how this is going to now be a part of his career, right? And this is now a part of his legacy. Honestly, I believe Teddy Riley walked into this thinking about the outcome more than anything. He was like, this is going to be a part of my legacy. This is why I'm going to stream this on my website. This is why I'm going to have 50 cameras. This is why, like, he was thinking about the outcome. No, when we're outcome focused, we actually derive less satisfaction from the actual process. Instead, we really need to be process oriented and focusing on the task. Babyface knew the task. The task was play the damn music. That was it. Play the damn music. And maybe comment a little bit on the music. But that was the task at hand. My point is that you will perform much better if you slow down, figure out what you could do to share the pressure. Is there a partner of yours? Is there, a client of yours? Is there somebody else that could share in the responsibility so you don't have all the pressure on you? And then almost erase what the outcome could be because you are not a fortune teller. But what you do know is you could put 100% of your energy into the task in front of you. All right. So these are the 10 points that I believe, these are the 10 lessons from the Teddy Riley versus Babyface moment. Let me give you the recap because a lot of people asked for the recap last time I did it. Here's number 1, determine your business model carefully, right? I said I like marketplace business models. You could still have a direct to consumer. My point here is make sure you're thinking about what your business model is going to be. Number two, use the uniqueness of your life to create a unique solution. Those are the businesses that last. Regular solutions don't last. Unique solutions last. Number three, 99% of small businesses don't focus on product market fit. You want to prove that the market wants what you have, right? This is exactly what Versus has done, and kudos to Swiss Beats and Timberland for that. This one, number four, I thought this was a great conversation. My point here, I think we all agree with this, is that at a certain point, right? A certain point, you want to make sure you control the platform. Because if you don't control the platform, you don't control the future. This is why I love the Airbnbs or the Ubers of the world, etc., because they have created their own marketplace and they control their platform. The whole world could shut down. Literally, the whole world has shut down, but they can still maintain their customer base. They could still maintain their supply base. So you want to control the platform if you want to control your future. 5, less is more, right? But only identify no more than 3 metrics, 3 things that you could focus on to leapfrog your business. If you could get it down to 1, that's even better. 6, oh yeah, you're already ahead of me on this, right? Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, test every damn thing. And then number 7 is when you do, you'll always have a plan for the threats, which are your contingency plans. You'll always have a plan B if you've done a SWOT analysis on everything. And then we all want to be Babyface cool. And in order to be Babyface cool, we have to have made sure we swatted. If we haven't done a SWOT, we're going to be, I don't even want to put that, man, because I love Teddy Riley. We're going to be crazy, right? We're going to be a little crazy. 9 is you want to make sure that at least be calm in front of all your stakeholders. If you need to go punch a hole in the wall, make sure you're by yourself when you go punch a hole in the wall. Punch that wall, go crazy, but then come out like, all right, y'all, here we go. Like, act like you are Diddy. You know how Diddy talks to people? What I love about Diddy is there's drunk Diddy, and then there's Diddy. Like, I was at an event with Diddy on stage, and there were some kids in the audience. When there are kids in the audience, he talks like this. Hey, kids, I'm Sean Combs. I'm real calm and cool. This is how I am. And then at the party, like at the night, he's like, ah, right? But that's how you need to be, right? This is I think this is an honest secret to the success of so many people, is they are just so freaking calm. And by doing that, your perception is of higher value. And then last but not least, learn to perform under pressure. There we go. All right, guys. We did this. This is an hour and a half. I want to bring back on. I see folks saying that they loved it. I want to bring back the tribe. And here's what I want to do. I want everybody to stay on to thank the tribe, because the tribe did phenomenal today. And on top of thanking the tribe, I want you to close out, because I want to make sure that we're always supporting each other. We are a community, right? We are a community. I want to make sure we're supporting each other. So real quick, tribe, you have to say this real quick, and I won't be able to enter it in for everybody. Just real quick, just let everybody know if there's anything that they could do to support you, anything that you're working on. And it's okay, be vulnerable. You know, it could be a project, something that you need, anything. If not, then it's all good. But just real quick, just let everybody know what it is that we can support you on. And then if you have any closing thoughts on what we've talked about, and try to do it in exactly 90 seconds or less. Okay. 90 seconds or less. All right, here we go. All right. I got a lot of people who I know could talk for a lot longer than 90 seconds. So here we go. I'm gonna bring everybody on one at a time. Everybody make sure that you thank them by name. Everybody likes to be thanked by name. Andrew, what's up?
Hey, Paul.
Thank you.
So
man.
wait, first, thanks for allowing me to be a part of the tribe. It's been really good to be able to talk to them and talk to everybody that's watching. I'm an event planner based in DC. So our biggest thing right now is I have a team of 5, and we're looking for clients that are looking to plan events next year, you know, whether it's corporate clients or even couples that are trying to get married. That's really our biggest push that we have right now. You know, during this pandemic, getting more clients and allowing them to not be as fearful of planning events for next year is what we're going through right now. So if people have someone that knows about, a future event that they need as a client, corporate client, or even as a couple, we would love to talk to them. I can be found on all social platforms as Andrew Roby Events. That's ROBY. So yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Folks saying thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. There you go. There's all the thank yous. My man, thank you very much. Be safe, okay?
Likewise.
All right, thank you. All right, there he goes. There he goes. Then we've got Bridget.
Hey,
Bridget knew it was every damn thing.
Every
right?
damn thing. We were on the same little wavelength with that. I just want to say this was such an incredible experience to be on your tribe. I've been following you for a number of years. Huge fan of yours and your wisdom, and I just appreciate you. I am known as Bridget the Go Coach, so you can find me on all platforms as Bridget the Go Coach. And what I do is I help people go confidently in the direction of their dreams, as inspired by the Henry David Thoreau quote that says just that: go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you've imagined. And my belief as a coach, a life and leadership coach, is that I support everyone to do the same thing. So my focus is on high achievers who are finding themselves, who followed a conditioned path to success, i.e. corporate gigs, and found themselves successful, yet not really feeling like they're doing what your point number 2 was, which is to use the uniqueness of your life to inspire big ideas and be an entrepreneur. So I help people to make that leap from the corporate ladder space of success to create their own success in that space. So you can follow me at Bridget the Go Coach. I'm not currently offering anything, but follow me because I've got a lot of things in the works around that are happening in the summer and the fall. And on LinkedIn, I am Bridget Simmons, SIMMONDS. So
there you go. Bridget Simmons on LinkedIn, Bridget the Go Coach everywhere else. I see a lot of folks saying thank you, Bridget. Excellent work. Excellent work. Everybody say goodbye to Bridget. All right, here we got the doc in the house.
Hi. Yes.
How can we support you, sis? Any closing words as well?
Yeah. So, Paul, first and foremost, I want to thank you for my marriage. I found you because I was about to pay for a matchmaker. And I said, let me see if I can do this first with a little bit of discipline. And then in the meantime, I'll save the money. And I got your book and I made myself spend 20 hours a week on it. And I'm now married. We are expecting. My wife is in the other room sleeping. She's pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm thankful for you. And I randomly saw that you were going live and clicked on this. And it has been such an incredible use of my time. And so I just think nothing happens on accident. And I'm so happy and thankful that we're connected and in community, especially because you've just been a really powerful part of my life story. And so I'm honored to be able to tell you that and thank you in person. And also, I was doing all that while I was pursuing my doctorate at Harvard. And so I need to build my brand and presence as a thought leader. I kind of cower away from who I am and the big H and my full self. So I made sure I put doctor in my name. So what I need and am asking for support from the community is just followers right now on LinkedIn, and then accountability and community. So I am a wealth of information and knowledge, and I'm kind of.
I'm sorry. One quick question. How can we find you on LinkedIn? Because right now,
yes, my name on LinkedIn is Dr. Frances Armas Edwards, or Frances Armas Edwards. If you search for that on LinkedIn, you'll see me there. And I need to be doing things like this more. I need to be in conversation with Paul, talking about the barriers to us having our own platforms, talking about what that might look like for us to have a community of developers who are supporting. And because I think that there's so much potential in business and work and the future of work. And so I need to be talking more, and I think more followers will help me with that. So thank you so much for today, Paul, and for everyone who can follow me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I mean, I'll just thank you. And I want to ask everyone right now, if she asked for something very simple, that is a follow on LinkedIn. Please, let's get it. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done.
Paul. Y'all have a good day.
Right. There you go. Take care. All right. Here we go.
Me. What's up, everybody? My name is Sean Martin. So thank you, Paul. This was great. I don't know how it popped up on my phone screen, and I actually was swiping to get it off of my screen, and I logged in, and I wound up here, and I somebody paid me for the last hour and 40 minutes to be here with you. So I definitely appreciate that. awesome presentation. Everything was spot on. You know, I'm all about helping businesses, and that very glad you brought up the SWOT analysis because it's a very, very basic thing that people don't do. And if they do that, they have a chance of being more successful. And for those that don't do that, there's really not a big chance because you're really not understanding what you're getting into. So I appreciate you bringing up those basic fundamentals, which is what I do with my company at biddisonlane.com, BIDDISON lane.com, is I just help small businesses. You know, I learned in the fundamental things in that corporate side and learned how business got done. And now I kind of bring that back out into my community, into the minority and underserved communities to just talk about those real things about business and help small businesses function in those areas of HR, payroll, IT. So more on the ground type things. So I appreciate your business case analysis. That was awesome. Wow. Just on that, just in my knowledge and enlightening me just to be researching on the other screen while you're talking, like, damn, like, okay, I see all this. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And seeing that potential. So again, you know, I deal on a level kind of closer down to, you know, I won't say low entrepreneurs, but, you know, just different market scales right now. But that was straight on for all those entrepreneurs that know how to say, I want to get there. That was tremendous. And I look forward to continuing and following you and with the tribe, which I thought was awesome. I mean, I've looked them all up. You know, we've got a good tribe. So God bless everybody. Be safe.
Yeah, I see like the tribe, like y'all, I can see y'all are a tribe now. It's incredible. It's incredible.
You got some knowledge up in here.
Yeah. Two quick things. One is, Sean, one more time, could you tell everyone your business again, how they can reach you?
Sure. Biddison Lane, BIDDISON lane.com. And you can find me on Sean L. Martin on LinkedIn as well.
There you go. And the second thing I wanted to tell you is, oh, here it is right here. I think somebody just put this up. That's it right there, Sean? Biddison?
Yes.
Okay. All right, super. The second thing I wanted to tell you, one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever walked the face of this earth was Randall Cunningham.
Yeah. Best basketball player, Charles Barkley. Allen Iverson.
I'm going to tell you what, Philly.
Any Philly, period. 215 all day.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. All right, my man, Sean. There goes Sean. There he goes. All right. We're going to keep going, guys. All right. This is great. I see everyone, for the most part, our entire audience has stayed with us. Thank you. Stay with us to close out the tribe. Reggie, any closeout thoughts and how can we support you?
Yeah, for closeout thought, man, I recently found you, and this has been really good. It's been really good for me. I'm actually making a pivot from corporate America into doing my own thing. Part of it was because I was kind of forced out because of a layoff, but this has been really good stuff. And so what I'm doing here now, I don't have anything to offer, but I've been helping people. I'm an actor, voiceover artist. I write scripts, I produce short films. That's what I do as a passion. But I marry that with some of the marketing and sales skills I've had over the last 20 years. And I've been helping companies craft really good ways to tell their particular story in their marketing. And also using some of my short film production skills to create little short commercials for them, some video things and like that. So at this point, even if you go to my LinkedIn profile, which is it's LinkedIn, it's Reggie McGuire, REGGIE all run together. My LinkedIn profile isn't even quite updated, but if you follow me, I'll make sure I get some information. I'll connect with you, get some information, and find out if you need any kind of help with any kind of marketing, telling your story, some video animation, some script writing, some voiceover. Wow. I got your back.
Wow, Reggie, that's great. Somebody please on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope, put Reggie's exactly what he said in there, Reggie McGuire, so I could pop that on the screen real quick. Here it is. Is this your Facebook?
Yeah, that's actually that is actually one of my. I haven't even promoted that, but it has a few of my little acting reels on there and some other things that I've done. But yeah, you can follow me there, and I'm actually going to start building that out some. I just put that up there just to have a placeholder. But that's where you get me on Facebook, and you connect with me, and I'll just see if I can help you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Reggie, a lot of people are saying, look, Reggie, you have a lot to offer. You know, thank you, Reggie. Yeah, your product has a market. Definitely. Reggie.
Thank you. And one of the great takeaways I had today was talking about if you're calm, it perceived as making better decisions, because there's nothing worse than watching somebody doing a presentation or something. And when they get nervous, it makes you nervous.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm saying. Teddy, Riley, tonight, don't ask for a towel. If you ask for a towel in advance, I know it's over. Gonna be a bad night.
It's over.
All right, Reggie, thank you very much. God bless you.
Right, God bless. Thank you.
By the way, I love that your business idea. I think it's brilliant.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Thanks for all you do.
All right. We'll see you, Reggie. All right. Going to my man, Ron Foster.
What's up, Paul? You know, I'm a longtime follower of you. I'm always been supporting you, my brother. I am so proud of you and what you do. And man, this is every week it gets better and better. And I told you on text, it would have to be 90 minutes.
Yeah, you did. You're
going to have to do this 90 minutes. But anyway, my name is Ron Foster, and I am a photographer here in New York City. I published at National Geographic. I've done a couple other periodicals. My main thing here, Ron Lewis, you could look it up on RONLOUIS Photos. That's where I am on all media. And you'll see a bunch of wildlife stuff I've done in Africa and everything. But when I'm here in New York City, my main target is branding folks.
Nice.
Getting on LinkedIn, getting on websites, photographing them as a brand. It's not just a headshot. You need more than a headshot. You need a brand. You need to be able to put those photos correctly on your website and where you need to go. So that's my thing. If anything I can do for you, or like I said, the people out there, hit me up. I'll talk to you about your LinkedIn. Use those blue boxes. Use that face space. Yeah, so I'll be with you guys, and I'll be able to help you guys out that way.
There you go, Ron.
Paul, thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you. People are saying, Ron, thank you. I see that this is your National Geographic. Oh yeah, published photographer right there. Let me tell you, if you're published in the National Geographic, you have top skill, top 10% skill easily. So definitely make sure that you check out Ron. And Ron, I want to say you were absolutely right. I think we're gonna have to move these to 90 minutes.
Yes.
You're right, Rob.
Yes.
Right.
90 minutes, because you got the intro and the panelists have been so hardcore. And they gotta have this time right now. Like we're just gathering in to kind of conclude together. Yeah. 90 minutes, brother. You can't do it in 60.
All right. There you go. In this case,
brother.
More is more. More is more. There you go.
Exactly.
All right, there goes my man Ron. There he goes. National Geographic published photographer. That's hardcore. Now we're going right here. Cardo. Here we go.
Hey, Sensei, how you doing?
How can we support you? How can we support you?
I was literally on the phone with one of my coaches yesterday, and I was telling her about Mentor Monday, how you did a mentor session with me. So this is so like reminiscent of the time that we did it before. But my name is Ricardo Luizon, and I work in film and television and fashion. And I'm also a professional navigator and a clarity coach. And what I do is I help individuals get clear and navigate transitional moments in their life. And right now I'm working on something that I'm about to launch on Facebook. It's a series talking about navigating the inner space, because I believe that the time that we're in now, because we're quarantined with ourselves, we're forced to really look at ourselves, and look at the things that we kind of negate and don't really pay attention to about ourselves when we're so busy in the world. So I really want to help people navigate the inner space and help them come to a really good conclusion about identity, purpose, calling, all those things. So that's kind of the sphere and realm that I operate in. And you guys can follow me on Facebook, and I'd love for you all to be a part of the conversation. And also, I want to be a part of communities. Like I'm learning this, that I need to be a part of the community, and that's why I said DJ Nice, because he kind of did everything with himself. And so I realized, because I kind of gravitate to that, and I really want to be a part of communities and conversations. So thank you. And I feel like because we're the first tribe, right? Yeah. We're in here, we're talking, we're the first tribe. So I'm grateful to just be a part of this tribe.
Yeah, the first tribe. I'm telling you what, this tribe, I mean, I don't know. It's like nothing just happens. I mean, it was interesting when it was an hour before we did this session where I told Jill, I was like, you know what, Jill, I think I'm just gonna let anybody who wants to come on jump on today. Right. And I think that I think it's important for you all to see how I'm experimenting with different things right in front of you. This is product market fit in action, right? I'm seeing, do things work? Do they not work? Clearly this works. But Ricardo, I gotta say this, you have the best background that I've seen in a long time. Everybody just give it up on the background. I mean, look at this, the colors.
This is my office space because I have a multi-level apartment. So this is my office space upstairs. That's my bathroom back there, guys.
I mean, I'm talking about the color coordination, the be kind. I mean, it's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna have to work on this whole situation.
Listen, we can work it out. You know, we can work it out, man.
But thank you very much. It's a blessing. You're my man, and I really appreciate you participating. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. You got it. All right, guys. There's Ricardo. We have one more. Everybody, stay with us. We're everybody stay with us. We got one more. No pressure on the closeout, but we got one more. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. You're muted. I can't hear. Can you hear? You can hear me, right? Oh, what? All right. We need somebody proficient on sign language right now. Oh no, I can't hear. When you try unmuting again. Oh wow, I can't hear. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. What I will do is, if you can, the next tribe. All right, next tribe, I've got you. All right, next tribe, you're gonna come on because next tribe, I got you. And if you want to say anything in here, go ahead and say it, and I'll make sure I put it on screen. I'm sorry we can't hear you. But next tribe. All right, there you go. All right, thank you. All right, next tribe. All right, guys. We are closing out with basically the same level of audience as we did when we started, which I am very proud of. I want to say thank you, everyone, for participating. Thank you for taking risk. The tribe. I thought the tribe was outstanding. And hopefully what happened today is what I want us to continue doing. I want us to continue learning. I think life is about continually getting better, right? Basically, if you're not getting better, if you're just stagnant, you're actually getting worse, right? So the whole idea is to continue to get better. That's what we're doing, A. B, I love the fact that we are connecting with each other. The tribe is a tribe. Like, I'm sure they would all go out to drink tonight. I'm sure they would all go out to hang out tonight. I can see them in the comments like, yeah, we would hang out, right? So I love that we're connecting. Everybody's connecting. And then 3, I love that we're sharing skills back and forth with each other. I think that's very important because that's how we move together as basically as just people, right? I will see you all tonight. I'll be watching the Teddy Riley Babyface situation tonight. It's at 8 p.m., which is 3 a.m. my time in London, but I'll be watching it. If you have any additional questions or ideas for upcoming sessions, let me know. I already have lots of ideas, but if you do, let me know. And that's all I want to do is say thank you. So let me do a quick temperature check. That's the last thing I like to do. If you thought today was just okay, be honest, just say it was okay. But if you thought it was good, say it was good. But if you thought it was great, let me know it was great. I love to see a temperature check. So let me see that real quick. And let me say my goodbyes. I'm going to go to LinkedIn, say some goodbyes real quick. I see my sister Louisa Patterson still here saying blessings. Teresa Royal Brown says, thank you, Paul. Fiona Hart says, this was inspirational as always. Michelle Green says, thanks, Paul. Deb 202 is still in the building. Monica Costa House says, thank you, Paul. Tracy Cooten says, Paul, excellent job and panel. There we go. Let's see. My sister Michelle is in there. She throws her hands up. Let's see what Facebook's talking about. Uh-oh. Linda said it was fire. Danielle said it was gems. Beth said it was great. Isutia, I think. Isutia Capone says it was great. Marsha Ann says it was all that, basically. This is good. This is good. I like it. I like it. You guys stay blessed. Take care. I'll let you guys say any goodbyes that you want with anyone. I'm going to say my goodbyes right now, and I'll see you. Take care, folks. See you.